bottom, talking way down. The bottom, out for the count.
What's up, family? It's KG here, man. I know I've been going for a little minute, but I had to do some experimenting, you know what I mean? And I'm here to tell you that the law of attraction definitely works. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds like it's fiction. I'm here to tell you it really works. And I'm gonna give you the secrets and the tools to make it happen for you. So just a little over 2 years ago, I had a house fire. I lost my car, a bad breakup. I was down and out. I was living in my grandma's house. I was sad, you know what I'm saying? And I sat there and I was always attracted to the law of attraction, if that makes sense. And I said, you know what? I'm really gonna put it into use and see if it really works for me. And it did. So right now I have a new career. Hopefully I'll be able to stop it so I can make these videos full time for you, but we'll get into that in another video. New car, my own house. I mean, I'm doing better than I ever have, ever. So I'm gonna give you the key to that right now, right? I'm gonna give it to you right now in the beginning of the video, okay? You're gonna say that I'm allowing myself to receive everything that my heart desires. I'm a magnet for whatever the good life has to offer. I am attracting what belongs to me, and I am filled with gratitude and abundance, okay? Now, I just gave you the secret right there, but I'll give you a little more sauce if you stick around. Now, you wanna say that to yourself every morning when you wake up, okay? Make sure you say that to yourself every single morning when you wake up, as soon as your feet touch the ground, right? Now, sometimes we as human beings, we need a time frame, right? You need some sort of motivation. So give yourself 30 days, 60 days, 3 months, a year, whatever the case may be. Give yourself that time, right? But then set a goal, right? So you might say in 30 days, I want to have a new home. In 30 days, I want to lose 30 pounds. In 30 days or 6 months or a year, I want to be a homeowner, whatever the case may be, right? After you say that affirmation, I'm allowing myself to receive everything that my heart desires. I am a magnet for all the good life has to offer. I am attracting what belongs to me. I am filled with gratitude and abundance, right? After you say that, I want you to not imagine, but immerse yourself, right? Because anybody can imagine. You need to immerse yourself in that thought. That means if you want a new car, imagine yourself driving that car. Imagine the color of the car. Imagine how you feel in the car. You have to feel yourself, the leather, whatever. You need to feel yourself in that car. Hear how the car sounds. Like, you have to go into that much detail, unfortunately. But it's fortunate at the same time because maybe I'm skipping a few things. You have the subconscious mind and then you have the super subconscious mind, right? Me and you right now, we're in the conscious mind. That's level 1. Right? What you need to do is you need to imprint that on your subconscious mind, okay? And then in turn, you will imprint that on your super subconscious mind. That's the God mind, right? That's like the God mind hive, or whatever. Like, we all share that thing. That's why sometimes you can have somebody who's never read anything on aerodynamics, and he can tap in and give you an answer to something that he's never even heard of before. It's the God mind, you feel what I'm saying? Like, we all have access to that, right? So what you do is you immerse yourself in that thought. You want a new relationship, imagine how she or he would look. Imagine how they would sound. Imagine how they would smell. Imagine how they're gonna treat you. Imagine yourself on a vacation. Imagine yourself on, taking a road trip, whatever the case may be, but you need to put yourself through your mind. You need to put yourself there, feel yourself there. It needs to be a reality just for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Like I said, give yourself a time frame, 30 minutes, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year, whatever the case may be. Like I said, 2 years ago, I had a really bad house fire, lost everything, really mostly all of my stuff. Lost my girl at the time, lost my car, my job wasn't satisfying. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna really put this to use. And I thought about where I wanted to be. I thought about what I wanted to do. I thought about what I wanted to drive, how I wanted to feel. And I don't mean to be like corny, but like it all happened, like it all came true. I have my own house right now, my own car. I'm not in a boring 9 to 5 anymore. I have freedom. Sometimes I could take months off from work if I want to, you know what I'm saying? It's possible. You just have to, it's gonna sound very corny once again, I'm trying to be as humble as I can while also giving you guys the message. You need to believe, right? And you know, some people are like, I don't got time. Listen, if you want what you want, and I'm talking about you can have anything you want. I practice with it every day. I'm to a point right now where I practice with it every single day and I get what I want. As of right now, I have what I want. I'm just keeping it real with you. I mean, you have to believe and be open to receive. That means that you cannot pray. You know, they ever heard of the expression, don't pray and worry? Like, don't pray to God and be like, I really hope that happens. I hope that really come true. No, pray it and believe and know that it's coming. Now, it might be a few days late, might even be a few months late. In some cases, I feel like sometimes when there's some craziness, and I think that also like, it depends on how, what your belief is. It might take a few years, you feel what I'm saying? But it also depends on your faith and your belief. You have to believe and you have to be open to receive, right? But as human beings, we are a slave to habit, right? So that means that in order for you to gain a new habit, you have to give up an old habit, right? So let's say you want to stop smoking cigarettes, but in turn, you want to start going to the gym every day around 5. You have to literally commit yourself to going to the gym every day around 5 and stopping the cigarettes, right? But then the gym will become your habit, right? The other thing that you trade in or trade off, that'll become your habit. And since we are slaves to our habits, that's that's what the outcome will be. So, think about it. If you smoke cigarettes for 5 years, you might be a little more inclined to, get sick. Let's say that. If you work out every day for 5 years, or at least 5 days a week for 5 years, you're going to be a totally different person. Your body's going to look different. Your mind's going to be different. Your endurance, whatever the case may be, right? So you have to think about those things and put them into perspective. But really sit down, write out a list, write out what you want, write out what you desire, right? Because it needs to also be, maybe I didn't touch on that. It needs to be a heart's desire. Because you could say, I want $10 million. But your heart's desire might be to create generational wealth for your family, right? So the other stuff are just wishes. They're just wishes, right? You need to connect your mind to your heart and make it happen. Make it real. Make a true desire come out of your heart. God hears prayers all day. And you're lucky if he listens to you and blesses you with those prayers that you ask him for, right? But your desire is what the universe wants to give you, right? It's what the hive mind wants to give you. It's what your deepest desire is. It knows what you want. It wants to give you that. So you need to just simply call upon it, believe it, know it, understand that it's coming, be open to receive, and I assure you, you will receive it. I was not a believer. Bro. I wasn't trying to hear nothing. I wasn't like, oh yeah, I hear you, if I did, like, forgot it. But when I gave it a chance, when I gave it a shot, when I really focused, and I mean like every single day, it took me about a year. I have a brand new career. I mean, a career that not many people are doing, one, and not many people like me are doing for 2. I'm making great money. I have my own house, I have my own car. I mean, I have my own car, but I have a new vehicle. I have a new crib. Like, this is, like, you feel me? This is mine. You feel me? I ain't sharing it. This ain't my pops. Like, you feel me? This is me. I manifested and I created that because I stuck to it, right? It may be child's play to you. You may think this is a joke. I promise you, I assure you, you will be mesmerized and blown away, okay? So I'm gonna give you a few tips, right, of how you can write something, how you can put something down on a piece of paper, And what you do is you read it, 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 and you read it. I want you to read, read it. Just like, okay, read it. That's all you gotta do. Read it every single day. Because what's gonna happen? It's going to come from your conscious mind. You've been following me, right? It's going to imprint on your subconscious mind. And then it's going to translate to the super subconscious, okay? And what happens when it translates to the super subconscious is going to come down and make it materialize into the actual world, right? Into the physical realm, right? Because everything else is spiritual. Everything else is just like, it's spiritual, it's dimensions, right? Physical is like, it's here, right? You could touch. But when you have a desire, when you have a dream, or when you have a want, it is something that needs to be given to you from the divine, right? And you can't touch the divine. You can't see the divine, but you can talk to it, you can call upon it, and you can make yourself a part of it. And therefore it materializes in the divine and comes to you in the actual physical realm, right? This horrible place that we're in right now. But okay, so I have some things here that I just want to share with you, give you an example of what I've wrote down, right? And I want you to just read it day and day and day over and day again and day over and day and then again and then a little bit after that. I'm sorry, let me just find exactly. Okay. So, for example, right? I said my future self does not smoke cigarettes or cigars, right? This is just a bullet point. I'm just giving you an example of what you can write down. I said my future self takes care of his body. That means exercise and diet. And in parentheses, I put discipline, right? My future self no longer worries about money because I have acquired generational wealth, okay? My future self has let go of the past because it no longer serves him, right? And then finally, I said my future self is hardworking and patient. Just something like that alone. You read that every single day. You read that every day for months. I promise you, your subconscious mind will start to make you act in ways you never acted. You'll start thinking in ways you never thought. You'll start being like just like solution oriented, a problem solver naturally. You feel what I'm saying? You won't even put yourself in the same predicaments. People will be like, yo, bro, we going here. I'm good. I'm chilling. Like, you know what I mean? I'm chilling. They like, oh, he's weird. Like, no, I just don't want to be involved in your type of energy. I don't want to be involved in that type of situation because that's going to throw off, what I'm trying to create. If my future self is not that kind of person, I don't even want to be there. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to talk about, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes people will be talking about weird stuff. I'll say weird stuff. I'll even say toxic stuff, right? Toxic situations, a bunch of drama. When you're changing yourself and you're changing your spirit and your mindset, you don't even want to be around that type of stuff. You don't want to talk about the things they're talking about. You don't want to gossip. You don't want to be a part of anything that's not leading towards the divine or your goals, right? Excuse me, getting choked up here because it's so beautiful. But anyway, like I said, you don't even want to be a part of that, right? I'm gonna give you something else real quick, and you can take these references. You feel what I'm saying? You can write some of these down and make yourself some affirmations, but you have to read it every single day. Lock yourself in with a time frame. Say it to yourself. Read it to yourself, repeatedly. I'm talking about, like, if you got 15 minutes and you only wrote 2 pages, read those 2 pages for 15 minutes straight. Because you want it to imprint on your subconscious mind as hard as it can. You feel what I'm saying? So I said right now, and listen to the wording so you can understand that, like I said, power is in the tongue, right? Power is in the tongue. Power is in what you put forth towards the universe. So be very deliberate and very purposeful about what you're saying. And the subconscious mind and the super subconscious mind will hear you. I said, I am so happy and secure within myself now that I have acquired generational wealth. I can afford anything I desire now, twice. You see how I'm putting like intent on what I'm saying? So like, not only will I feel better about myself and secure within myself, I want to be able to afford to buy whatever I want in this life twice. If I can't buy it twice, you feel me? Then, hey, listen, I'm not manifesting right. I'm not talking to the gods in the universe and the divine the right way. I'm not putting forth my message the right way. I said, I traveled to some of the most beautiful places in this world. I am healthy, and I'm so grateful for the amazing new life I have now. You have to put yourself in it now, right? You have to, like I said, when you think of those things, think about the car as if you had it now. Think about the trip as if you were on it now. Think about the person that you want to love and be with as if you have them now. You know their name, you know their height, their weight, their smell. You have to be as detailed as that, and the universe will create that thing. They will create that person. They will create that experience. It just, I don't know. I'm not God. I'm his son. But you feel me? So I got some of the powers that he bestowed upon me, but you don't question, right? You just, once you find these things out and you see them to be true, just use them. Just use the power that he has given you, right? Hey, when my car came and they gave me the call and said, sir, we have what you want. Come get it. I didn't ask. I didn't ask no question. I went and got that. I went and picked that up. Bloop, 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 bloop. Went and got that. You feel me? When the lady said, hey, we have a new house for you to move into, this, that, and third, this many features. I said, ma'am, I'm on my way. Give me the key. Goddamn. All right? I said, I'm so grateful for the new life I have now. Listen to this part now, okay? And I'm not ashamed of this, and you shouldn't be ashamed of this either, because we all suffer from it. So understand the intent here. I said, depression and sadness have left my heart and my life. I am so grateful. I'm putting forth, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm letting the universe know that depression and sadness are gone. They're no longer a part of me. They're no longer a part of my psyche. They're no longer like a part of anything that I want to be around or be associated with. Depression and sadness have left my life and my heart, and I am so grateful. Huge thing, huge part of this is gratitude. I am allowing myself to receive everything that my heart desires. I am a magnet for all the great life has to offer. I am attracting what belongs to me. I am filled with gratitude and abundance. That's the first thing you should be saying, like I said, every morning. But I am filled with gratitude and abundance. The universe wants to know that you are grateful, that you are thankful for what it has done for you, right? Because gratitude is a very positive emotion. So when you have gratitude and when you are grateful for something, you will just, the blessings pour in. They pour in. I'm telling you, bro. I'm letting you know, right? So I put 5 goals. They're more so purchases, but you need to add these sort of things at the end of your speech so that way you can also be locked in on something, right? You need to know what are some of your focuses, right? So I put top 5 goals or purchases. I want to own a beautiful piece of land, okay, which I will. I want to own 3 to 5 rental properties in different countries, which I will. All right? Don't laugh at me. I will purchase the 1989 Batmobile. It is what it is, okay? I will have that car, and I will look amazing in it, okay? 1989 Batmobile. Google it if you don't know what it is, okay? I will own or rent out a mini yacht. Okay, these are just my bullet points of focus, so that way I can get to that level of wealth, right? So that way you can strive for something. It may not all happen verbatim, but we'll be in that ballpark, right? Because we are manifesting these things, and whatever you manifest, whatever you speak, comes true. And I'm gonna get into that in 1 second. And for some reason, I really want to own, because I think my grandpa owned a deli and a candy store. I really want to own a deli and a candy store. I would really love me and my pops to own a bagel shop. That's just like, you know what I mean? These just my wishes. These just something I want. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah. So I was gonna say something about just manifesting, right? And the things that you say. People don't want to admit this, right? Let me put my book down for me. People want to admit this. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute, but people don't want to admit this. If you're not super wealthy and you're at least between the ages of, I want to say 24 and 35, right? And you've been working most of your life. You have touched $1 million. Think about that for a second. $1 million has come and passed through your hands, maybe twice. Right? So when you sit here and you go, I want $1 million, that done came and went, bro. It was what you did with it. You feel me? It was what you did with that money that makes it feel like it's not there. Think about all the senseless spending that you do. Think about all the senseless partying that you do. Think about the senseless clothes that you buy. You feel me? $500 shirts, $1,000 shirts, crazy belts. You know what I mean? I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, think about the money, the cash value, if you would have saved some of that money. Some of us have hit $1 million a few times, bro. With jobs, family gifting you, money that you found, money that you stole. I don't know your situation. I'm just saying, you have touched $1 million a few times already. Right? So when you say, oh God, I want that beautiful relationship. You've had a beautiful relationship. Either you or the other person ruined it, or it just didn't work out, but you had a beautiful relationship. You know, think about the things that you've asked for. You've gotten them. Whether you want to admit that or not, whether you can remember that or not, most of the things you've asked the universe for, you've received them. So there's power in the tongue, and there's power in manifestation. There's power in what you say and what you put forth into the universe. There's power in that. And you have to be very careful of that, because it will either bite you in the ass or it will shock you. It will blow you away, because you'll be like, damn, I really did get that. Or I created that. Like, wow, okay, no problem. All right. I'm going to give you an example right now for people who want a good relationship. I wrote that one down too. All right. Now, just listen very closely, right? So what you would want to write is, you would say something like this. You would say, my next girlfriend, my next wife, my next husband, my next boyfriend, my next partner, or, you know, whatever you deal with, whatever you like. Okay, you put that and you say, will either be black, white, Spanish, short, tall, fat, skinny, singer, actor, whatever you want to say, right? And then you follow this by saying, they will love me unconditionally. They will love me unconditionally. And to be loved unconditionally right now in 2025 and further on, I'm sure is a treasure and a blessing in itself. But you have to be intentional with what you're saying, right? They will love me unconditionally. Okay? They are smart. They're honest. Very well off. Funny. Say something like, we will both be head over heels in love with each other, and we won't mess it up. We will travel. We'll make some of the best love that love makers ever made. We'll make all of that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And we'll be best friends, or soulmates. You say that with intention every day. Okay, you feel it. You, like I said, you feel them. You know them. You call upon them. You give them a name. You give them a race. You give them an age. You give them a financial status. You give them You give them their own hopes and dreams and their thoughts and patterns and whatever the case may be. Create that person. The crazy thing is, the creator has already created that person that you are trying to recreate, and he will find them for you, or he will find that thing for you, and he will give it to you. I kid you not. Okay? Pretty much a beginner's course, if you will, to that. It's very real. It's very true. I wouldn't lie to you. I am a witness to it. I want you to have it. I want you to use it. I want you to pass it on. The biggest key is you have to believe and know, right? Because believing and knowing are two very different things, which I saw in a video a couple of weeks ago. You can believe, right? But you have to know, which means you have to be open to receive. You have to know it's coming. You have to know that it's going to happen. There has to be no doubt in your mind. Do not pray and then worry. There's no point of that. There's no point of praying and then worrying, because that means you have no what? You have no faith, and you need faith. Faith is the number one aspect, attribute, magnifying power in this situation. You have to have faith. You have to believe, and you have to know that it's coming, and I promise you it will come. So pass it on. Write down your affirmations. Like I said, one more time, I give it to you for the third time, maybe the fourth time in this video. When you wake up in the morning and your feet touch the ground, if you thank God, and then you say, I'm allowing myself to receive everything that my heart desires. I am a magnet for all the great life has to offer. I am attracting what belongs to me, and I am filled with gratitude and abundance. Okay? I'm gonna give you another one real quick. I don't even know, my spirit is telling me to give you this one right here. Money comes to me in abundance. It is frequent and from many different sources. Listen. Listen. Money comes to me in abundance. It is frequent and from many different sources. Use it if you want. You feel what I'm saying? Give yourself a timeline, give yourself a time frame. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. If nobody else loves you, I do. And pass it on. Share this video, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. It's KG Music and Motivation, baby. We only gonna get better. Like I said, another year or so, we're not even gonna be in this backdrop. A couple more videos from now, we will be in this backdrop, because this is my house and I just got it and I gotta enjoy it and I gotta, you know what I mean? Gotta be proud of myself. But I'm telling you, mark my words, I'm gonna show you the power of the tongue. Pause. In 1 year, it's not gonna be this backdrop. We're gonna have some crazy, it's gonna be fire, like balcony, you feel me? The crib gonna be fire, you feel what I'm saying? The crib gonna be crazy. Just stick with me, man. Keep manifesting with me. I love you. Holla at me.